Hello folks, welcome to another great episode of Short Film Showcase. I'm your host Mike Messier. On this week's show, we've got a great short film called Townies, and the director will be here in studio. His name is Mike O'Day. We've also got the great actress Derickson right here in studio. She's going to be fantastic. But first, let's check out animated films from Mick Cusimano. Now, Mick's animated films have been in the Boston Comedy Film Festival, Corinth Film Festival in Greece, and even the Cannes Film Festival. Mick's first animated piece this week is Love at First Sight, followed by Alexander the Great in Egypt. Let's check out Mick Cusimano on the Short Film Showcase.
My cave.
You didn't tell me you had cats.
Her name was Nefertari. She was Ramses' royal queen. She danced like a cobra, if you know what I mean.
You're a beautiful ancient Egyptian queen.
I'm old enough to be your mummy.
Father, this is the beautiful Helen. I'm gonna marry her.
So what's this, your wedding party? We will rule the Roman Empire together.
We'll rule over the land of Egypt, the land of gold. We'll go hunting lions along the Nile.
We'll ride triumphantly through the Roman Forum.
But first, we have to get out of bed.
You saw my bastomo, you saw my bastomo.
Guinevere, be my queen. Here's a fine round table as a wedding present.
Why are these drunken knights hanging around my table every night?
I'm crossing the Delaware to get to you, Martha. Martha, I'm home.
George, have you been saying Betsy Ross again? Give me your heart. I'm looking forward to going out for Valentine's Day. Oh no! My bathroom's leaking. I need a plumber. Right away!
There, I fixed your pipe.
Oh, it's too late to go to the party now.
Well, come on with me. I'll show you my favorite place to hang out on Saturday night. Would you rather be anywhere else?
Hardly.
What the hell is going on? Here's the story of Alexander the Great.
The oracle of Zeus Ammon. Welcome, Alexander of Macedonia. Look into the eye of the gods. Alexander, you are the son of Zeus Ammon. You are destined to conquer the world. If I could afford a real research assistant, I wouldn't hire a rooster.
What do you want for chicken feed?
A map of Egypt? Can't you dig faster?
Why don't you help? This tablet says here lies the body of Alexander from Macedonia.
This is the biggest archaeological find since King Tut.
I can sell this information for a bundle. How much do you pay me for a news scoop?
It depends, Effendi.
The world press descends in Egypt to cover this momentous discovery.
I'm an archaeological goddess.
I found the stone tablet.
Let me see that tablet. It says, here lies Alexander the goatherd from Macedonia. He was noted for having a three-legged goat.
I am ruined.
Darn!
You offend me, Effendi.
You darn rooster.
What do you know? You finally picked up a shovel.
That was Mick Cusimano's animations right here on Short Film Showcase. I'd like to thank Mick for contributing. And also, if you'd like to contribute your short film to Short Film Showcase, be sure and visit our website, bcfilms.net. That's bcfilms.net, and contact Bryan Casey to get your short film on Short Film Showcase. At this time, I'd like to welcome our in-studio guest. She's a fantastic actress, and her name is Erica Derickson.
Knuckles, I like that.
All right.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Erica, for being here on the Short Film Showcase.
My pleasure.
Now, you've just got so much to talk about. Let's get right into it. First, we're going to talk about Rafi Baby. This film, short film, made it all the way to Cannes. Let's just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, of course. Rafi Baby was an amazing project that I was very privileged to be a part of. I actually shot that when I was living in Los Angeles right before I moved to Boston. It was a UCLA thesis film project with my now dear friend, director Christine Wan. So it was a fantastic project. I co-starred alongside an 8-year-old Asian boy, and it was a sort of a story about our sort of misadventures throughout Chinatown and Los Angeles, and this unlikely friendship that occurs between these two characters. And yes, I'm very happy to report that it was selected to screen at Cannes Film Festival this year. And no, I didn't go. It was either pay rent or go to Cannes, so I decided to stay in Boston.
And yeah. You told me that that film was just wrapped up right before you went from LA back to Boston. Is that true?
Yeah. I filmed that, and then probably within the next week I was back on the East Coast.
Nice.
Yeah.
So then we have this project called Melt. Let's talk about Melt a little bit.
Melt is what I'm really, really excited about. About 4 months ago, at the beginning of the summer, I completely took a huge leap of faith, and I quit my job, and I just decided to pursue my acting full time, full force. You know, no idea what I was doing, but just very much committed to making it happen. Melt was one of the very first projects that I auditioned for and was selected for. I play lead character. Her name is Liza Von Trost. She's this fabulous starlet, this movie star with a heart of gold. And it's a story about this guy named Jonah. He's a single father who was recently widowed. And he has these 2 kids that he's charged with taking care of. And he's really looking at a very hopeless future. And so it's a story about sort of what happens when we're at one of those really tough places in our lives. Like, what does it take to turn it around? You know, what does it take from the world to give us, and what does it take from us to receive from the world?
You said this movie was about giving and taking.
Yeah, there's some really powerful messages involved in this film, which is what I'm personally so excited about. You know, it's a great story. It's very moving. It was produced by Stories by the River. The director, his company is Crearc Society, absolutely phenomenal company. It's in association with Stories by the River, and the sort of the joint mission statement of these 2 companies is to create films that foster soul awakening conversations.
That's great.
So Melt is the second film of Stories by the River. The first one was called Silent Universe. And I'm just so excited and so grateful to be part of such an amazing team of filmmakers right here in New England.
What was your preparation to take on this character? This sounds like it means a lot to you. So
yeah.
When you delved into this character, how was that?
Well, it was really fun playing a movie star, because basically I just had to like find this very like fabulous character inside of me, you know. It's not so much that I was becoming her, she was becoming me.
Right.
You know, so for a while I was carrying myself with a little bit more poise. That's how I like to say that Liza Von Trost taught me how to grow my nails out.
Yeah, they look great.
For the longest time I always, you know, had
she
the really
should
short
teach me.
nails. Yeah, right. So in exploring this character, it was really just finding this different poise within myself. So I was preparing long before I ever really learned the lines. We started shooting. I was preparing my being to put her on, and it was really such a pleasure. It was really such a pleasure. I'm in love with this character. She was inspired by Audrey Hepburn, Princess Diana, Jackie Onassis.
Oh wow.
And Penny Lane from Almost Famous.
So these are very regal women, and
very regal,
yes.
very just like beautiful, charismatic, just that sort of like inner quality to them. So that's what was really exciting for me to be able to play that kind of character. It was really such an honor to be selected. I mean, you know, we saw I was up against the best talent in Boston. I know Sarah Murphy was trying out for the role, and she's just fabulous. She's down here in Rhode Island. I love her. I couldn't be more in love with her. I'm sorry that I got the part, you know, but
don't be sorry.
I'm
sure
her.
She'll get great parts
oh,
too.
Yeah,
it's
she's
plenty
great.
to go
I know
around.
she's filming a bunch with Richard Griffin right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know she's currently working on Adam and Eve.
Sure.
Some really cool projects. There's just so much great stuff going on in Boston. There's so many cool people doing amazing things. And what I love about this industry is that there's more than enough for everybody to go around.
Well, towards that end, we're going to have you on another episode, just so you know, because this lady is fantastic. But Hollywood Actors East, do I have that right?
Not quite,
Hollywood
but
East
close.
Actors?
Hollywood East Actors Group.
Okay.
So Hollywood East, as I'm sure you know, is the term that we quite affectionately use to describe the entertainment industry here in Boston, in the New England area. You know, out west in Los Angeles, there's Hollywood. That's Hollywood West. So here, we're making movies, we're making those Hollywood movies, but it's different. This is Hollywood East. So about, actually 2 weeks ago yesterday was our anniversary. I started this group on Facebook called Hollywood East Actors Group.
Right.
And since then, we've just been growing at just an amazing rate. Currently we have a little over 1,300 members.
Right.
Which is really great. So basically what it is the entire, well, not the entire, we're striving to reach the entire, but so much of the filmmakers, so many of the filmmakers here in New England are coming together in this group on Facebook, and really what's happened is it's a space that's a very special space to foster connections and really do some really meaningful networking. So often, I started the group because I felt there was something missing. There are these groups on Facebook where
it's all about self-promotion
it's about
and stuff like that.
It's about plugging your project. It's about asking for money.
Yep.
It's about, you know, and there's nothing wrong with asking for
it's
support.
great.
There's nothing wrong with all of those things. It's just what I was lacking was I wanted to create a space where the focus was more on giving to the community than trying to get something back. So, do you know what I mean?
I do. It's fantastic what you're doing, and I'm sorry, but time is running out. You and I could talk for about 6 weeks straight.
Yeah, we could.
I think about film and New England and acting. But we're going to have you on another episode because it's just been fantastic.
Thank you so much,
having you
Mike.
on our show.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Erica Derickson. Our next film on Short Film Showcase is Mike O'Day's Townies. Let's check it out.
The way it used to be, that's why everybody's going. Can't trust nobody anymore. Nobody. I know I can trust you, but so many you can't.
Not many left.
Not like the old days.
You know someone in Florida?
No.
You ever been?
No, not yet.
John Callahan's son is paternal. I'm sure you're aware. Mickey Callahan should not have to bear his father's legacy.
The older you get, you look just like your old man.
He has a choice, just as you do.
Why the you get out?
So get out this morning, why?
Can you call me to let me know?
Can I ask you a question, Jen?
Yeah, sure.
Why are you saying Doyle if you're marrying Mickey?
I was at the bar drinking with Joey Sullivan, and he went out, and then they keep talking. It was Mickey Callahan's crew. They took him. You better not be me.
All right, yeah. Lottie wants to see us in the North End tonight. My father would smack the out of you right now.
Never said you were gonna shoot Mickey.
What did you think I was going down in the bunker for, huh? Playing the swing set with him? No, I got orders from Marty, and they were to shoot to kill.
That was Townies, written and directed by Mike O'Day. And right now on the Short Film Showcase, we have Mike O'Day. Mike, welcome to the show, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
You also starred in the film.
Yep.
What's it like to take on all those challenges of writer, director, and actor and all in one project, Townies?
Well, it's not easy, but you gotta do what you gotta do, and that's always been my dream, to write, direct, and star. So, took on all those tasks, and no matter how difficult it was going to be, I was going to make sure I got it done.
That's great. That's a great attitude. That's the punk rock, do-it-yourself attitude, right?
Yep. Guerrilla.
Guerrilla filmmaking at its finest. Just take the ball into your own hands and do it. And you've got a new project, tentatively titled Ghost Man. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Ghost Man is originally from a novel I was working on called Boston Rose, and I was going to make that film on a low budget, and after about a year of revising the script, it started to morph into the main character was wearing a ghost mask, and his nickname was Ghost. And then I just decided to, you know what, I'm gonna call it Ghost Man. Kind of go a little bit more towards the superhero angle with the film.
Yeah.
And so now it's a heist film. It's about a safecracker who's got the gift to open any dial combination safe using only the sensitivity of his fingertips.
Nice.
So it makes him in demand with the mob.
Right.
And so it's a heist film, but it starts to slowly morph into some type of superhero film near the end, where he's actually having to save people. So yeah, it's pretty great.
And you wrote the screenplay.
Yes.
And it's coming together right now as we speak.
Yeah, we're filming. We're about 90% done.
Oh, that's
yeah,
fantastic.
I've been filming for 13 months.
Nice. And it's got to feel good when you put that much work and effort into a project like Townies, like Ghost Man, to have these things come together.
Yeah, and this would be my first feature film, so Townies was originally intended to be a feature film, but production got shut down for for some reasons that you've probably heard about. I was on CNN for firing prop guns in public without proper permits, and so that put a halt to the production. And soon after that, Ben Affleck came out with the movie The Town,
Yep.
which is a conflict with my film.
Okay.
So my producer, Michael Z. Gordon in Hollywood, advised me to stop filming and just because it would have been a major conflict with distributors.
Right.
And so I made the film into a short film, and I spent a good 2 years revising that script into a new film I'm going to be doing called Code of Silence.
Okay.
So Townies is available on YouTube to watch and on your website. And my next feature after Ghostman is going to be Code of Silence. And that'll be pretty much like Townies, a little bit different, but it'll be the same characters.
And you can learn all that experience that you learned from the Townies experience. You can make Code of Silence even bolder, better, more exciting, more of your vision, right?
Yeah, and we're going to step it up as far as our equipment. Hopefully we'll have some better equipment. Right now I'm filming on a little $450 HD camcorder and a Rode video mic, and that's actually attached to the camera and real guerrilla style, you know, run and gun. And it's working out great. I firmly believe that it's not the camera that makes the filmmaker.
It's the story.
It's the story, yeah.
That's great.
A lot of people weren't running out to buy the red camera when that was first announced and thinking they're going to turn into Steven Spielberg, but then they realize after you get the camera, you're still the same filmmaker. It's really not the camera.
Yeah, it's the story, it's the passion.
Right.
It's fantastic.
Although, you know, it is important to have, you know, pretty good video, and sound is probably even more important than that, but you do what you got to do and just get the film done. And people are pretty forgiving if you have a compelling story.
You sound you're very passionate about this. What are do you have any inspirations, filmmakers coming up? When you were coming up as a filmmaker, anyone that you looked at and said, wow, you know, if that guy can make a film like this, I got to make Townies.
Yeah, I'd say Ed Burns.
Ed Burns, yes, from Boston.
No, he's from New York.
Oh, he's
from Long Island.
Okay.
Yeah, Ed Burns. He's an Irish-American filmmaker.
Yes.
And in the beginning, when he made Brothers McMullen, which was basically the movie that made Sundance. He was the first like Golden Boy director out of Sundance, and that movie did really well. It was Irish-American themed. It was made on maybe I think $30,000.
Yep.
But now Ed's making films for $10,000, full feature films. He made Newlyweds and a few others recently. He's just pumping them out on real low budgets, shooting on the Canon 5D. So he's an inspiration to me. I follow him on Facebook, and he inspires me quite a bit.
He had his own sitcom for a while, and he did She's the One with Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
This guy has gone, Ed Burns has gone back and forth from mainstream.
Now
to
he's doing
independent.
strictly micro-budget films and putting them up on iTunes, and he's doing great.
What would you like to do with the rest of your long career ahead in film?
It would be nice to have a theatrical release at some time, even if it's, you know, something small, just to prove myself and get a fan base. If we could start in 18 markets, it'd be great, and see how it goes. But if not, if I go straight to DVD, I'm totally fine with that too.
Mike O'Day, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. We're definitely going to have you back, and thanks for bringing Townies to the Short Film Showcase.
Thanks a lot.
I'd like to thank Mike O'Day and our other guest, Erica Derickson, for their appearances today on the Short Film Showcase. Remember to visit bcfilms.net to get your short film on the Short Film Showcase. And for all those filmmakers out there, if you can dream it, shoot it.